For more than half a century now, the United States has been the Philippines' only military ally, but President Rodrigo Duterte is looking to end the deal that is at the center of this alliance.
Manila has also established warmer ties with Beijing since President Duterte took power. Brenna Bernal tells us more of what's at stake.
Some 300 joint military exercises every year between the Philippines and the United States are at stake, as the Philippines announced on Tuesday that it had sent the U.S. Embassy in Manila a notice to terminate the Visiting Forces Agreement, or VFA. The 20-year-old military pact allows U.S. forces on Philippine soil, and the notice of termination jumpstarts a 180-day period wherein the two parties can still save the deal. Otherwise, the termination takes effect after the 180 days. This begs the question of whether the Philippines' decision to terminate the VFA is final, or it's simply trying to gain leverage in negotiating for its interests insofar as the military alliance is concerned. Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr. earlier told the Senate panel that the US-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty, which is the basis of the 69-year-old alliance between the two countries, is useless without the Visiting Forces Agreement. Furthermore, the alliance provides the Philippines military support in terms of maritime, humanitarian, disaster response, and counterterrorism operations. It's also the basis of intelligence sharing between the two nations as the Philippines battles extremist elements in its restive south. There is also what is called the Excess Defense Articles Program of the United States, and the Philippines has always been at the receiving end of U.S. surplus of military equipment. President Rodrigo Duterte earlier threatened to end the deal in a speech wherein he slammed the Western superpower for the cancellation of the U.S. visa of one of his political allies, Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa. Mr. de la Rosa was the Philippine National Police Chief when the Philippines' so-called war on drugs was initiated. The Duterte administration has always been critical of the United States, specifically the U.S.'s criticism of the human rights conditions under the war on drugs. The Philippine Senate and its leaders earlier voiced concern on the unilateral abrogation of the VFA, saying the Senate should be able to review and vote on its termination. A number of Philippine senators believe that withdrawing from the agreement requires Senate concurrence. Brenna Bernal, CNA, Manila.